Yo, what's going on, people? It's Untitled. Today we're talking about the game online modes for Jump Force. Now this is something I really wanted to talk about because I feel like you need really good online modes for a fighting game if you want it to be successful. So let's go ahead and start talking about the servers. Servers is the first thing I want to talk about. Now the servers have to be really good. Now they were pretty good actually in the closed beta. I was actually really surprised because most closed beta, you know, their servers are pretty garbage, but this one was actually pretty good. I had no lagging, I had, you know, no timeouts, nothing like that, no disconnections. It was actually a really good match, super smooth. So I really feel like this has been good servers so far. So I'm hoping when the game actually comes out that we have really great servers. They stick to that. I don't want to be fighting and then 1 second I'm lagging and then I disconnect like this is Storm 4 or something. I want to have really good servers when it comes to this fighting game. So I'm hoping they really do carry that over, improve upon what they really did well, and just make it even better for Jump Force. You know, playing online, doing different game modes, stuff like that. I just want it to be super smooth from beginning to the end of the match. As well as jumping into the next section of this, going to be player match. Of course, we all love player match. We do player match. We play player match. It is simple, just your online versus mode where it doesn't count against your record. It doesn't show like any wins or losses or anything like that. Sometimes it shows wins like on Storm 4, but you know, showing you can just play with your friends, you know, go against them, you know, 1v1s, nothing too crazy. So that's obviously like something super simple that I'm very sure the game will have, and if they don't, I'll be very upset. The only thing I wish that you can do, and I'm hoping that you can do, is have a rematch button at the end of the player match. Have a simple rematch button. Would you like to rematch this opponent at the end of the battle? So, you know, I feel like this is a must-have with some fighting games, just because, you know, if you're fighting someone and they're actually really good, it takes you about a round or two to possibly feel out how they play, but once you really learn it, you can start really dominating and beating the shit out of them. So I am really hoping to have like a rematch button after I fight, so I don't have to go outside, go back in the main menu, go ahead and click online mode, then go back into it. Like, that's just too much work. Just have a simple rematch button and then rematch change character button. Like, let's have those two options available, because I don't want to use the same character over and over again. I'm a person personally, I like to switch my characters as much as I can just to kind of feel out, you know, see who is the best person to use against my opponent. So I really do want to have that option for a rematch and then a rematch but change characters as well. So with that being said, let's go ahead and talk about the ranked system, the more competitive side of this. This game is not going to be a competitive game, but it will have a simple ranked, same thing like before, except this doesn't need to have a rematch button. Sometimes I do like beating people because they were really good and then dipping, but I feel like you could do it something like fighters if you like to, with the option of having a rematch button so you can fight them again and possibly take that dub in the ranked battle. And then maybe you can do, you know, a final, you know, best 2 out of 3, whatever the case may be, man. So I feel like this would be another good option to really have that kind of change character button, or, you know, just go ahead and rematch button. That'd be really cool to have within that. I feel like for ranked, it's better to have just the simple rematch button and not the change character. But I'm hoping for some good smooth servers for ranked match, man. Nothing gets me more heated than some crappy ass servers for ranked match. So jumping into our next section being tournaments. Now this is one that is really big for me. I want tournament mode like in Storm 3, Storm Generations, where simply you get all your homeboys, or if we're streaming anything, like Nelly can bring in a whole bunch of subs, I can bring in a whole bunch of subs, Makai, Natsu, Bibsley, we can go ahead and throw like a big tournament together and just have our, you know, us playing against our subs, or having, you know, us play against each other in the Jump Force community, you know, our Jump Force Avengers and stuff like that, man. I just want to, you know, have this game in a tournament perspective. That way we can just see who's the best, who's really good, and then have the spectator mode. You have to have spectator mode. Do not do what damn Naruto Storm 4 did, give us spectator mode from the jump. So after every battle, you'll see the next person fight, you'll see the next person fight. I feel like it feels like a tournament. Plus it does give you some kind of a competitive edge to see how your opponent plays. So when eventually, if you do win and you play against that person, you kind of have that slight upper hand, because you say, hey, I saw how they fought, I see how they play, they dash here, I know who to use, I know who to switch to, stuff like that. So I'm really hoping that they do add a tournament mode within Jump Force, because I feel like it's a must-have mode. And of course, you guys, we need that endless. Now, Endless is something I feel like we also need in the game, also just because we want to play with our friends for endless amount of battles. We want to play with them in rotation, have a, many battles, ongoing with subs and stuff like that as well. Now, I will say, touching back on the tournament mode, that the lobby for tournaments should also be 16 alongside of endless, so we should have a total of having 16 people in one lobby. I think that'd be pretty damn dope, just because that'd be a really big tournament, so you can go anywhere from 2 to 16, but I feel like more realistically we're gonna have anywhere from 2 to 8, and that's as big as the tournaments or endless might actually get, something similar to Storm 4. These are some of the online game modes I would like to see within Jump Force. Hopefully we see some of these in the game, because these are game modes I feel like are a must-have if the game wants to be successful. These have to be smooth servers. These have to be a really good player match with that rematch button and change character button, or just leaving if you want to leave. Of course, you need to have rank match with that rematch button, just so that way you can take your dub back. Have that tournament mode so we can see who is the best Jump Force player, whether it's just playing with your subs or playing with your friends, or us playing in the Jump Force community. And then last but not least, having endless, so we can have endless fun with those battles within Jump Force, man. These are some of the game modes I think that really help the game be super successful. But anyways, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What game modes do you want to see for online in Jump Force? Anyways, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure you guys do click on the link below. This is the link so you guys can go ahead and enter the contest for the PS4 standard version of Jump Force or the Xbox standard version of Jump Force. Go ahead and enter, follow all the steps in the video, man, and get yourself a free copy of Jump Force. Possibly, I'm gonna start, talking about that a little bit more as we get closer to that time frame. But I will see you guys in the next video. This has been your boy Infamous, and I am out.